match right now. Unreal Nightmare versus Zero Tenacity, and we got some huge opportunities for both of these teams.
Here we go. Pretty mixy series. I think anybody could take it, despite Unreal coming from the open bracket, Zero Tenacity starting in pools. That may not be the case, Eli.
When I looked at all the teams that made it out of the open bracket, my prediction was this Unreal Nightmare team was the most likely to make it into our top 12. I think that they are, in my eyes, the actual strongest team coming out. IceKid and Luiney. Might as well call them Icy as the duo. I mean, these two young guns are insane, and Luiney might just have the first flag cap. He's 10-4 already.
And he's got one on the board.
So, yeah, do not sleep on Unreal Nightmare.
Luiney is a legit comp for the likes of Cycle and Last Shot, y'all. I know that sounds audacious to say, but Luiney is that dude, and he's high fragging. He's the lone objective scorer in this one, as Unreal Nightmare take an early 1-0 lead on Zero Tenacity. 3 go down, make it all 4. It's a staggered spawn as well. TchiK all on his lonesome out on an island, waiting for his team to regroup and push up as a team of 4, but you can see that mid-map control is in full control of Unreal Nightmare.
You got to think, too, this is probably Unreal Nightmare's best opportunity to get a W in this pool, because the rest of the pool, I want to say, is FaZe and...
Omit?
No, Omit's in B. I can't remember who it is, but this is the lowest seed in this pool.
This is 3 versus 4.
Yeah, this is 3 versus 4.
And traditionally, 3 versus 4 is an elimination match. This is to see who starts in lower and who is knocked out before even getting there.
Right. Now, Aquarius CTF, we've been playing this one since day 1. Both these teams know how to play it. It's just going to come down to teamwork, coordination, chemistry, discipline, all the things that matter here in Halo Infinite. On the side of Zero Tenacity, this squad traveled from Europe, the #2 European team, solidly. They had a lot of practice leading up to this event. They got here early, practiced on the Clutch Academy stream against some top teams, but honestly did not have some very good results in those scrims. So do you think that Unreal Nightmare have a real chance here?
Oh, IceKid not able to take down the flag runner. They're going to cross the 50-yard line, and Zero Tenacity have it on the run. And Jimbo is going to clamber his way up towards a potential cap. A little bit of a fumble here. No sweat, though. He's going to take the long route, reshield, regroup, and do so with a 1-1 tie.
Huge bounce back for Zero Tenacity. In these situations, when the open bracket team comes out swinging, you've got to answer quickly. Cannot let them get too much momentum early, especially in game 1. So it can spell disaster for the rest of the series. But zMightys is the one to step it up so far for Z10, 15-9 already.
That's true, Eli. The only thing you're maybe lacking as an open bracket team is the belief, right? So you start to take some licks, you start to draw some blood from the best, and start believing a little bit. But as I say that, Jimbo with the triple kill, looking out towards the spawners for the over. Left to do nothing but ping that location as the bugs have scattered to top pink, and they get squashed back to the respawn screen.
This guy, Jimbo, might have the highest age and the lowest hair, but he cannot be slept on. This man is an absolute force of nature and has been for at least a century now in Halo years.
A century. Oh, you gotta do unk like that, brother. Oh man, I am quite surprised that Z10 didn't get that flag a little bit further. It looked like the numbers were dwindling for Unreal Nightmare, but they push off their back foot, still have a chance to stop it. But once again, Jimbo, deja vu. This time he's gonna toss the flag up, and I believe allow Mighty to score it. Yes, perfect play there by Jimbo. Previously, he had taken the long route. Now he says the quick toss for the quick score gives us that 1-score lead.
Not only that, but they didn't lose any map positioning for it. Mighty's able to go straight to top P. Gets another kill. He does get taken down, as do 2 other members of Z10, but if TchiK can hold strong before his teammates come off spawn, they'll be just fine in this next engagement.
TchiK now in the fridge. Going to take down SuperCC, does so with 6 shots now, making his way towards pink. Goes underneath instead, which is intriguing, Eli, since Camo's up. TchiK now going to reroute his attention towards that. He's going to take down a couple of members of Unreal Nightmare, though, before he feels confident to grab that camo. It's still up.
Yeah, you got to be careful with your routing around P1 and P2. It's there's a lot of different ways to approach engagements, jumping up one side, going up the ramps, of course. But TchiK plays it beautifully, gets his stick as he goes down. I believe another member of Z10 was able to get the camo as well. And IceKid, though, that's a big win against Jimbo. Nice shots from the young gun. He's getting into this game as well, up to 15 kills himself. So the 2 youngest players on the side of Unreal Nightmare have the most licks.
The path is clearing for a pole, and now Luiney has it, running it back towards the generator. He's got a bodyguard with him as well. And after 3 went down for Zero Tenacity, Luiney's going to get this to the 50-yard line before even taking a shot. He's actually going to clear into the red zone. He's got it on the brink. But he anticipates that there's a little bit more left work to do. There's 2 members, actually, it looks like, of Zero Tenacity in the red base. Yes, so that's why we saw Luiney drop the flag, planned his process pretty well here. He's still got a little bit of work left to do. 2 members in the gen for both red and blue, and it looks like the blue crew get wiped. And that should seal it for Unreal Nightmare. How impressive was that, Eli? The process, the patience from a young gun. That was perfectly played by Luiney.
The presence of mind to leave the flag on the car bridge specifically is so smart, right? How many angles is that spot exposed to for the rest of the squad? It's also quite easily grenaded off the wall from inside the base. Just excellently played. Leaves the flag in the perfect spot and then navigates around the scenario with his teammate. And those kind of plays are what's keeping Unreal Nightmare competitive in this series so far.
SuperCC grabs the camo. IceKid remains for Unreal Nightmare, but not long. After the 5 perfect shots, you can see that star in the feed as SuperCC has that camo. Still about 20 seconds left with it. And with that plasma pistol, could go for a close range slay. Could get the long, even the mid-range with the plasma pistol combination. But for now, he's just going to elect to play into the blue base. And he cannot pull the flag here. He wants to try to hold the line and stay hidden. They do not know where he is. SuperCC is the last line of defense. Here comes MightYs.
So smart. He waited the maximum amount of time. Hits the perfect shot. TchiK, though, does shut him down pretty shortly thereafter. He's bought time for the rest of Unreal Nightmare to push up, but is it going to be enough? They are.
Oh, they're swarming!
They're all here, and this is because SuperCC bought them that time. Perfect nade, but someone, I think MightYs, did he do the P jump? The new
definitely hit the skill jump from Bridge.
New skill jump introduced. Jump into the base from P side. MightYs using that to cap the flag. Wow.
We are in the end game, and Zero Tenacity have a 1-score advantage. 2:48 left on the clock, and Envore's got a counter cap. It took a little while to get brewing, but hey, the cup of tea is hot, and Envore's pushing in through the gen. Now making his way across the stairway. Gonna make the exact same play we saw from Luiney, but it's not as out in the open as it was before. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, he would like to be able to move it closer, but at the time he dropped it, didn't have enough shields to comfortably do so. There it is. Now leaves it on the car bridge. Like we said, that's intentional. Feels like an easy spot for someone to return, but it's really not. It's exposed to any teammate that goes bottom center. He's forced to push back to the center of the map, though. It's kind of a mixy situation. Both flags out. His own flag is in his courtyard. Was trying to get a kill at least before routing backwards towards that flag, but now it's just mixy in the base of Unreal Nightmare.
3 go down for Unreal. And Z10 are going to get the reset just yards away from tying it up. Instead, they might just make what was going to be a tie game a 2-score advantage with less than 2 to go.
Hey, this is, yeah, guaranteed it. Now up by 2, 2 minutes to go. Envore gets the kill, and it's 3 dead as soon as Zero Tenacity gets it in. So this could be a counter cap opportunity here for Unreal Nightmare.
The counter cap is occurring much faster than it did on the previous run from Envore, Eli, so this is looking like a better opportunity. They just need to clear the base. IceKid starts off that task, and oh my god, Envore must have hit a couple of G-slides. He got there quick, and now they're only down 1, 1:20 left on the clock.
It was instantaneous, no hesitation at all. But now, they've got to get control of the mid-map. They need a clean 3 or 4 dead. How does Z10 play this? If they played for difficult slays, make themselves difficult targets, that could have just sealed it right there. I mean, Unreal Nightmare probably only have 1 or 2 opportunities left to get another cap.
MightYs, he is content with just dropping that flag out into the courtyard and making Unreal Nightmare have to play for a reset. That adds about 20 seconds to the job, and that would give them just 30 left when all is said and done as numbers do start to dwindle for Unreal. That's going to allow MightYs to actually play offense, and that might be the best form of defense, but he gets stuck on the geometry. Kind of trips him up like a pebbled stone, stubbing your toe on it.
Who left their suitcase bottom middle, man?
Yeah. Put that in the hotel, bro.
Like, what even was that? The boxes on this map are so times. Anyways, I like the thought process from MightYs. Originally, he's like, offense is the best form of defense, and then he's like, you know what, let me just end the game like this. Just leave no questions asked. As Zero Tenacity seal it out in an impressive game 1, but Unreal Nightmare didn't make it a cakewalk.
No, Unreal Nightmare actually drew blood first, so they had first strike, but Zero Tenacity showed a lot of it and came back to win it 5-3 in game number 1 as we take a look at your series layout. Eli, anything stick out to you as you look at the next 4?
I do think that The two Slayer maps, probably Unreal Nightmare's best opportunities in this. I think this should be a pretty good Recharge Strongholds team as well. So I do see the possibility for Unreal to win this one.
Enemy halfway to victory.
Yeah, we're talking about food now?
I mean,
Talk
Hunter
food.
usually is the first one to bring it up.
That's my job.
No.
Should we have a counter in chat?
How many food references?
How many food references do we get today? Unreal Nightmare versus Zero Tenacity, game number 2. Slayer already underway.
Ooh, and we are joining this one in progress, but as the great Sundance used to say, we don't start Slayers until we're into the 30s, and at 29-28, we're all but tied, heading into the most important, crucial moment of the match. SuperCC works his way through the B pillars, now approaching the tires. Thought he had some cleanup damage, but they've scurried like flies. He can't find them. And it's on SuperCC to try to make the most out of this camo, and with the waning moments of it, gets one, but trades out in the tires. It's Zero Tenacity, up 1.
This is, I think, a must-win for Unreal Nightmare. It's like we said, we saw the live fire oddball later in this series. Zero Tenacity pretty good at that game mode. Unreal Nightmare has a lot less reps, a lot less experience as well. So it's one of those that if they can get this W, they certainly keep themselves alive in the series. But TchiK with a clutch melee like that, the uppercut from underneath, and they keep themselves in a 1-kill lead.
I thought TchiK's timing was all off when he had to force the reload, but he still finds Envore with the fist, gets another fisticuff for the boxer medal, so he's had at least 5 melees in this game. 36-37 though, Zero Tenacity clinging to that 1-point lead as IceKid works his way up to the top side of A, has good shots on the TchiK, previously earned an assist as well, and it looks like Unreal should be able to clean up on this damage. They do. IceKid does, and there's even more damage to clean up in the middle of the map. 1 shot needed for the double. He gets it. Sica goes down, and now it's Unreal Nightmare on top. Lead changes back and forth.
Love the movement out of IceKid, just gets out of dodge while 1 shot, but also is not afraid to push through and follow up on the damage that was called out to him. I love the aggression I'm seeing out of Unreal Nightmare. They need to keep rolling here. They cannot slow it down. Keep Zero Tenacity on the back foot, because as soon as Z10 gets some semblance of control, they can flip this game on its head.
Unreal Nightmare looking more like a swarm nightmare of locusts in the dead of a famine, as IceKid and the rest of his teammates have continuously utilized their numbers to just absolutely brute strength and bully their way to a 3-kill lead, 43-40, as Jimbo and Zero Tenacity need to get 1 here to make it a little bit closer. They do just that. Just a 2-point game deep into the match, 43-41, as Jimbo now earns the off-screen frag grenade toss, looks his way towards the top of these stairs, earns enough damage to earn an assist. Yes, he does. And now Z10 are only down 1, now 2.
With the pancake medal in the kill feed, that's going to be massive here. I really love the way Jimbo played that, but now they've got to stop playing for trades. They need to get a couple clean ones. Jimbo finds the perfect shots onto Envore, who I would argue is certainly their team captain, star player, especially in Slayers. Envore's a guy you want to shut down. 1 kill, this could go either way, Hunter.
46-45, it's the underdog open bracket team on top, but for how long? It's TchiK in the red room, no water cooler discussions. He's got to get to work.
They're all trapped in the subway waiting for the next train to arrive. I don't think anybody's coming to save them. They've got to save themselves. But how do they do that? They've pushed Z10 back. Z10 has this L shape across A and up the B side. And Unreal Nightmare, excuse me.
46-45 still. We've had a momentary break in the action. A trapped C-spawn for Unreal Nightmare. And Zero Tenacity are set up like they're ready to shoot some fish in a barrel.
Sorry about the voice cracking there, but we're back. Yeah, it feels like Unreal have decided we have the lead. We can.
They do
make
have to
them
come to
push
us.
Yeah, they said they have to come to us. Let's just set a trap. Hopefully they've held on to their grenades, because their grenades will be highly valuable in this situation should they get pushed. New camo's up. Mighty can grab it for free with the use of the Shroud. They did save their grenades for that moment. SuperCC gets one on Jimbo. And
that was early, Eli. That was early.
They set the trap.
That was your opportunity for Z10, was to, okay, if you're going to wait and see, we're going to grab this camo for free, and then use the camo as the initiator in the damage. But it's almost like as Mighty's made it away with 1 shot, 2 went down in the feed for Z10, and now only 2 kills are needed for Unreal Nightmare to tie up the series at 1.
They're just opting for this trap strategy. They should be out of grenades, though. I think all grenades of Unreal Nightmare probably used, so Z10 can push a little bit more freely here. Mighty, I think in that last push their communication was off. Jimbo went forward too early. Okay, Mighty still has grenades. He's gonna put them to work here. But look at the defense being played perfectly.
Oh my God! A trap spawn turns into a win for Unreal Nightmare. They played that flawlessly. Unbelievable. I really thought Z10 had an advantage. It was just a 1-kill game, and they got camo for free, but got no value out of it.
I am almost certain that Envore was making some play calls at the end of that game to let that happen.
Enemy team score. Enemy team scoring.
minutes. Now sometimes you see games finish before 6 minutes is on the clock. So very impressive. The pace of play has increased. Big changes with the OS and the cap zone being a little larger. Big ups to Halo Studios for implementing that, and big ups to the teams for giving us a little bit more entertaining gameplay on Fortress on Hugs.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I can give a reference to our Fortress bomb against Shopify. I mean, that went all the way down to the final moments before any of us got a score. We ended up scoring in the final 14 seconds of regulation, and it was just back and forth,
Wow.
connecting OV sequences together and just 50-50 outcomes. And we just, I don't know, we just held it together and capped in the final moments. I mean, it was one of those games where we knew that that's their strongest game type.
Yeah, before you guys beat them, they were 53-3, I believe, or 51-3.
Wow.
So you guys gave them their 4th ever loss.
Wow.
After 55 games.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a game type where you really gotta. The outcome is 10 seconds, 15 seconds before OV. Whoever wins that on a micro level usually, gains some momentum.
Switching gears here, what we anticipate is the closest and most intriguing series going on right now. Unreal Nightmare and Zero Tenacity tied 1-1, but it's Zero Tenacity with the 3X on the score as zMightys picks up another one in the batteries. Now pre-fire, pre-nade onto the bat ledge, and he is holding that spot, but a great chase nade goes out. An ultimate trade occurs. And is he wearing a banana suit?
Going with the banana helmet would be diabolical.
And in yellow.
In tournament play. I mean, I respect it.
Nice trade.
This is, I think, an important win for Unreal Nightmare. Looking at the rest of the series here, I think that Z10, the game type after this is live fire oddball. And typically the more experienced team is going to come out ahead in that situation. So Unreal Nightmare, they need to play their game here. I want to see them play fast and aggressive. These two young guns, Luiney and IceKid, can absolutely put the pressure on. But if they start to, turtle even just a little bit, I think Z10 runs away with this game.
It's looking good for them so far.
Yeah.
Kind of have Z10 where they want them.
Luiney
First to die.
pops off a little remote detonation. He anticipated that push a little quicker than what Sica gave him. So no damage goes through. All the damage going into the suit of Luiney. It's going to be tough for him to stay alive, but IceKid's doing work off screen. Takes down TchiK, and Luiney keeps his life. Earns a slate too. Yes, he does. Outright, no trade. Luiney on top and holding down the fort.
Freaking ankles, too.
Locking A. Yep. This is good. This is good.
They regain the lead, and they've done so with a trip cap. All of the map control, all of the base belong to Unreal Nightmare. They are absolutely frying after what looked like a really good start for Z10. It's Unreal Nightmare on top instead. Can they hold on to B? They need to get the slay on the batteries. They do. Jimbo goes down. Now cross-bat shots into TchiK. Takes him down to one shot, but Luiney is two. Two down for Z10. Only
camo.
one for Unreal Nightmare. That's going to allow them to get the camo.
Oh, it's still down. Oh, no.
Shroud's in an awkward spot.
Wait,
oh, no.
Wait, he never picked up camo.
No, he never popped it.
TchiK probably has it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen them go for that camo after they stopped B immediately. Looked like they had an opportunity.
TchiK steals it. Now TchiK, the Predator, roaming in the night. He's working his way along the C platform. Two players coming through that location. And they keen-eye their way to a slay. Envore with a great frag toss prevents any power-up advantage from that camo.
I want to pick your brain, Hoax, about this game mode in particular. I feel like this game mode has kind of evolved over time. You know, there's AB, there's AC, there's the trip cap, obviously.
Yep.
What do you think is kind of like the strongest meta for this right now? Is AC the best one?
No, I mean, it's definitely AB. I feel like, I mean, even since like day one of this game, I think AB has always been a safe bet. I mean, I think a lot of teams would get a lot of value from the United ideology on a base level. I was even telling my guys, I mean, this is the game type that we lost against Mindfree, and you know, a lot of the opportunities. I mean, you got the kills, you're holding the AV cap, just continue to hold it.
It really comes down to like how do you approach when the other team has AV, right? Like how do you break that? You send a couple guys tower, a couple guys long haul, try to not over, like you can't overcommit early. It's very meticulous the way you have to make that.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I think most variations they they include somebody going bottom mid.
Yeah.
You know, in some type of way to, you know, to be the person who's like the initiator, or is like, once the noise is being made, they immediately make a move bottom mid. It's usually like guys like Trippy. They're just doing that inherently.
On your team, it's probably Huss, I would guess, or Collect.
Yeah. Those two are like, they don't hesitate on those type of things. Not saying the others don't, but like just by their nature, they kind of do that kind of stuff.
170 to 110 as Z10 have gotten back on board. They've done so, guys, by taking back control of A. Now, Unreal Nightmare have it for now, but it was 3-4 minutes.
Enemy team scoring. 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 Enemy team nearing victory. Enemy team scoring. Enemy has the ball. Ball drop. Enemy has the ball. Ball drop.
Some of these teams don't really scrim against the lower seeded teams, but now they're going to get to play against each other a lot more often.
All right, game number 4 of the Unreal Nightmare versus Zero Tenacity series.
Unreal Nightmare down 1-2 in the series, but starting off strong here in game number 4. 20 plus uncontested seconds off the start, and Luiney's got the kit. Gets a big value out of it, finds the headshot onto Jimbo, cleans him up, looking for the no-scope onto TchiK. But TchiK, did you see that crouch strafe? That was perfectly played.
Yeah, he knows that he's going for that no-scope at head level. Might as well throw some crouches to make it more difficult.
Ball incoming.
But good early lead here from Unreal Nightmare, though. I mean, 34 seconds is a great start to the round.
Yeah, you can't really ask for too much there. I mean, they were controlling the sandbox, got up early in the time, and now they can just play some Slayer for a little bit and then get incremental ball time if they want.
Yeah, we said coming into this that Z10 probably had the edge or the favor in an oddball that usually benefits the more experienced team.
Enemy has the
But it's
ball.
Unreal Nightmare who
Ball
scored
drop.
30 plus uncontested seconds. That is hard to do.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Especially because they weren't like outright winning the fights either. Like they were just kind of scrapping while the fights were taking place. Just shows some good efficiency. It's going to be 4 dead though, so this should be a great way for Z10 to get back on the board here. And if Luiney, okay, I was about to say if he just gets headshot, they would stagger as well. But Luiney with some good pressure is going to force him to come back.
Enemy has the ball. Ball drop.
Unreal Nightmare still keeping a little mixy. I don't, you know, we got a camo coming up here soon. So it'll be interesting to see what Zero Tenacity does.
Move that mic a little bit closer.
Ball drop.
Sica
Enemy has the
now,
ball.
after
Ball
Z10 have cut this lead in half. It's Envore though, setting up for the next camo. And he's got enough damage out to send Sica back. He grabs it, delayed pop, and now he's got it on the graduation board, jumping up to the frags. Now down low through the tunnel system. Has to be careful here. Playing this close to a teammate, might get an errant shot, but he plays right off to the right. You see how he positioned himself towards the right wall? That's how you're in the double.
Enemy has the
Envore,
ball.
I think one of the most underrated players. Kind of feels silly when he's in the open bracket, in my opinion. I think he's an incredible
Enemy has
player
the
that
ball.
deserves to be in full play. Just doesn't quite get the same team opportunities, and he's had a bit of misfortune, I think.
Ball drop.
But IceKid as well. This guy, this is only his second land. Arlington was his first land.
Okay.
Really young player from Puerto Rico, I believe.
Okay, okay.
And
Boricua.
yeah, he's been dominant online. I mean, he's a demon at matchmaking. I'm sure you've run into him before.
Oh, for sure.
Accused of cheating a lot. Like a lot
Him
of
and Luiney.
yeah, I mean, any young gun that's like people don't know yet, I feel like catch the cheating allegations till they prove it on land, but I think they're proving it.
No, I mean, no question. That's an interesting one. Okay, he's from Puerto Rico.
Yeah. And I think like he's wanted to go for a long time, but his parents didn't let him. He still plays on an Xbox as well at home. Wow. And he's like maybe 18, maybe even younger. I'm not sure.
Up and comer.
Yeah. Really talented young man.
So did he fly from Puerto Rico, or is he like in the States?
Ball drop.
I assume he flew from Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Yeah.
4 years into Halo Infinite, 20 plus years into competitive Halo's history, and we still got some young up-and-coming talent. There's a plethora of them.
Reminds me kind of like Sly Fox. Remember when Sly Fox came from the Cayman Islands? I believe is where he was from.
The OG status quo.
Yeah, yeah.
The ball.
Shout out to Sly Fox wherever he is nowadays.
Right?
Enemy has the
So
ball.
many names.
No, he was nasty.
He was really
nasty.
3
Yeah,
down.
that's my brother's old team.
3 down previously for Z10. That's going to give most everyone a B spawn, but they've cleared out of that quickly. Great job by Z10 to escape that space on the map, but they are starting to drop again. And the numbers are increasing for Unreal Nightmare, crossing the 70-second threshold. Only 27 on the clock for Z10 with 2 to go.
Enemy has the
Love
ball.
this rotation from IceKid as well, just listening to comms. He's also manipulating the spawns through his route. So as he rotates in that direction, knows the spawns start coming from B. He's ready to cut them off, predicting that they would go straight for his oddball carrier. Now Luiney in great position to contest the camo as well. They've also got the sniper. Everything going in favor of Unreal Nightmare. This is a tough push, especially when Luiney's hitting no-scopes like that.
Oh, I thought that was going to line up for the collat. Numbers are dropping on both sides. It's an even 2-2 split as Envore looks to protect the dummy door. Oddball just off to his left, and it's in another opponent. Envore's done a great job with the camo control in this one. That's been a big differential for Unreal.
Vibing. Oh, whoa.
Vibing in the water now.
Yeah.
Pushed into the drink by the repulse. But yeah, Envore 13 and 10, leading the lobby in slays so far. Strong lead, 78 to 29. But Z10, can they hold something? I feel like they're a little bit too bottom center centric. You need a bit more eyes on the top of the map. Feels like they've kind of been at the whim of Unreal Nightmare controlling top center.
Yeah, they kind of were protected by just the way that they were set up. Like they kind of had like a cross formation. Ball guys just bottom mid.
Enemy team nearing victory.
That's one way to earn the snipe. Hard fought. As Sica now has 8 shots in the S7 to work with. One goes to the side of Envore. He'll get cleaned up though by the back smack. And a nice play ball there from IceKid. That's huge, man. You would have had a full setup of your Z10 on B, but instead it's reset. What a play from the young kid.
Sica now trying to ascertain the spawns. Knew that A was a possibility. Check those first when he doesn't see anything. Rightfully turns around. Nice 3-shot beatdown. I like that he switched to the bandit. It's a lot of players can get married to going for the no-scope, but you missed the first no-scope. You might as well switch to bandit to guarantee some damage.
Yep. Some good textbook behavior right there.
Clock becoming a factor as we have crossed the 1 minute mark. But Z10 do have the oddball here, so Unreal are going to need at least one more push through to take back control of the oddball. Only need 14 seconds, but Z10 are about 14 seconds away from tying this one up. They're coming back.
They're getting broken down.
Ooh. Good aggressive push though to shut down the sniper with the QT. Knows he had a get out of jail free card with the use of that. Nice. Hits a nice headshot. Now should be able to comfortably rotate this to the tower. Don't think they're going to have to play this just yet. Jimbo and Sica on the prowl though.
Yeah, solid gameplay.
He's cycling around the map with the oddball. Usually you see that with damage being dealt. But after 3 go down for Z10, that'll do it in round 1.
That's good.
That is massive, man. We really felt strongly about Z10 coming in this one and wrapping it up with their excellent expertise in oddball, but it's Unreal with the upset alert in round 1.
Yeah, the comms must have been really good there. You usually see players, they will panic play the ball, and they could, I mean, you could just tell that, you know, they're giving him plenty of information to just not play that ball and keep it mud and milk that clock.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by Unreal Nightmare. This is a really important series for them, for both of these teams, really. This is, I think the loser of this will be out of the tournament, so.
Yeah, 100%.
Assuming Unreal don't upset. Who's the number 2 team in Pool C? FaZe. It would be the 6th seed.
Cloud9 then.
Cloud9, yeah.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Unreal would also play Cloud9 after this, which I think is going to be tough, but if they win this, you know, they can at least start in the lower bracket if they win Cloud9.
Right. Much better start here off the rip for Z10 as they've kept it close and actually have now doubled up on the early lead as Mighty has the snipe in his hand, stopping the push through the middle of A. Now got to watch the garage door. Now setting his sights back to the middle of the A. He is perfectly playing his prioritization of opponents, holding down A with the most important weapon on the map.
IceKid just slippery right now.
He's fearless, man, which is typically the case for a young gun.
Right.
Him and Luiney both. I think Looney's only 18, maybe 19. And they're really showing up, but I've really been impressed by Envore. I think Envore's kind of unlocked with this team as well. He likes to have players that kind of open the map for him so he can play his game.
Right. I was about to say, I was like, you know, someone like IceKid, you know, who just had a good sequence right there where he just wasn't taking damage, but he was like in face checking.
Yeah.
Someone like Envore's got to love that.
Yeah, he's going to come clean up the pieces even if IceKid goes down.
Right.
IceKid using the pillar there to stay alive, earn the assist. Now some more oddball time. He works it back into A. 2 down for Z10. So they're going to...
Whoa.
We just got a...
Audio on our side. A little mixy.
Ball dropped.
Mic check, mic check. All right, we are back in the mix. 24-23 here as Unreal Nightmare have actually regained control of the lead with that nice heads-up play from IceKid. Resets it at the grad board and now grabs it back into A. And the staggers have been there for Z10. It's going to continue on. Jimbo goes down on his lonesome. Z10 might be staring at a double-up advantage for Unreal Nightmare after all is said and done after this sequence.
Nice
More one by one pushes. You cannot do this.
He's
You cannot do this
He's
if you're
cooking.
Z10. You're going to get wiped off the floor. It's a masterclass from the freshman IceKid as he's locking down the oddball and more time.
Not only that, but he perfectly rotates it toward his
Enemy
spawning
has the
teammates,
ball.
knowing that's the safer part of the map. Probably also calling out that the enemies should be spawning at B based on that information.
Ball dropped.
I mean, I'm so impressed by the poise of this young gun. He's also just playing very intelligently within his team and making the objective easier for it as well.
Then he initiates the rotation to tower after you squeezed all the OJ out of A, and now you work the snipe tower with more time. I mean, this is
Orange
He
team.
didn't touch the
Enemy has
ball.
the ball.
There we go. Okay. That was working on my OCD right there. I was
Enemy has the ball.
need that ball to be touched there.
That's, you need to be you need to be like that as a coach though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Who's grabbing ball? Who's grabbing ball?
Right.
Now they're all dead. What are we doing?
No, because it was typical with Envore, because Sniper was coming up. He had camo, but he didn't go for the Sniper, and he chose to go back and address the situation at Mud there. But, you know, that whole time, the ball was just down top tower.
Enemy has the
So
ball.
it would have been a shame if that ball played and before they could, you know, continue.
It's the best looking sequence in a while for Z10 as they get a double kill as TchiK grabs the ball and just comfortably walks his way into garage. Not my favorite place to hold the ball
Yeah,
for
me
an
neither.
extended period of time. I'd like to see a rotation. He's probably just waiting for some slays to appear, but as of now, they're going to be trapped in garage, and Unreal Nightmare can just push through multiple vantage points here. And this is really hard to defend. Did he stick himself off the pillar?
the left-hand toss betrays IceKid as he betrays himself. That's going to give Zero Tenacity the lead.
Changes everything right there, too. It almost looked like that sticky was destined for a stick, but not the right way.
Yeah, sticking yourself, probably top 3 worst ways to die in this game, I would say.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Major buzzkill there.
Wow.
So this garage setup proving to be valuable, I think, due to some good fortune. Now that they lose the numbers game, going to wisely play the ball into the open so that his team can have an easier time shooting at anyone that approaches it.
Yeah, I don't
bit
agree. I don't agree with throwing the ball out that direction. I think dropping it at his feet or in the pit was the right play because his teammates were big for there instead of the cut side of the map.
Chuck it towards your spawning teammates.
Correct.
Yeah.
Especially when camo's coming up too.
Now Luiney has it. And a 3 down at that. So TchiK, the last player alive, I believe, on the cuts as everybody spawns up. Oddball sitting out precariously in center field. Both teams are going to need to earn a few more slays to feel
Enemy has
comfortable
the
holding
ball.
on to it. But for now, it's Zero Tenacity. A little bit less than 20 seconds of the lead.
Unreal, I mean, despite this round feeling heavily Z10 favored, are keeping this very close. IceKid, of course, was dominating at the beginning of it, but Z10 really taking advantage ever since. Oh, thought he had another charge of the repulse, but gonna take a look at the floor, yeah.
Enemy has the ball.
Yeah, that threw off his whole routing. You can see a little bit of
Enemy team
uncomfortability as
nearing
he approached Sica in the rat.
It is
tunnel.
kind of jarring when you like expect something and then something different happens. Kind of like throwing the wrong grenade type. It's like,
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
throws off your vibe for a
The
second.
next frag is horrible once you finally get switched to
Like,
the right
now I have to
equipment.
dodge the spike that's in front of me, and I have to...
Right. No, but I swear there's like a glitch where like you have your frags highlighted, obviously, but then you pick up a new set of grenades.
It auto
and
swaps?
It's auto swaps, yeah, and it's like it doesn't do that all the time.
It doesn't do that online at all. Is that maybe a land specific?
Enemy
I
has
don't
the
know.
ball.
I just sometimes get caught with it.
Maybe we'll investigate that. But good bounce back here in round 2 for Z10. They will close that out and take us to a round 3. And this is a must-win for Unreal Nightmare. Could be the last game that they play in this. Well, no, they still have Cloud9, of course. But this is one that would guarantee them a position in the open bracket should they win this game and also win the game 5.
Looking to see here if Unreal Nightmare can have a similar start that we saw in round number 1 where they scored 30+ uncontested seconds. Round 2 was back and forth, both teams scoring early. And it looks like they're getting off to the right start.
Enemy has the ball.
They ended up with the sandbox plus the ball, but not necessarily any
Enemy has the
time,
ball.
any real time, but that's okay.
Now you have the repulse, Luiney. Good job. Taking the top center. And getting a little bit crazy with the movement. I mean, you saw him lining it up. We've seen him take over games with the snipe. I think missing a bit more no-scopes than we're used to seeing from him. We've seen this man hit some no-scopes on this map.
Ball dropped.
Z10 just flipped the map on its head. It looked like Unreal Nightmare were set to start off like they did in round 1. They had the control, they had the map, they had the sandbox, they had the oddball. Just 4 seconds for each team. Have us tied here early on.
Yeah, I wonder what happened there. I mean, they had got 2 kills. They had sniper, and the ball was. They had control. I don't know what the miskey was there.
I think honestly, just not hitting the snipes. Like sometimes it really just comes down to landing those no-scopes, and neither team really got value out of that sniper at all.
Yeah,
Makes a massive difference.
We're down. Oh, but the ball reset, so it should have been a quick access route to the snipe tower. Unreal Nightmare is going to have to earn it right back. That was just unfortunate timing. 30 seconds had passed before anyone had picked up the oddball. But Unreal Nightmare did get back on top of it. Looney's setting up for either a rotation or a reset. He's going to go for the re.
that was a decent sequence for them to get an incremental lead there.
Yeah, a little bit of milk. End up losing this fight pretty substantially though.
Ball dropped.
There.
Yeah, I think they're going to be
New Q.
The new queue is while the old one's in play.
Oh, true. Possible for 2 portals on the map simultaneously.
Another 3 down. TchiK routinely, Eli, has been the last Spartan standing for Zero Tenacity. It's an open-ended question, but why do you think that is?
I think it's because he died first in the previous play, to be honest. And
So
he
it's
spawned
staggered?
first. Yeah, it's like it's not that he's the last Spartan alive. He was the first to spawn, or the last one to spawn. I don't know. It definitely feels like they are a bit staggered and haven't been able to fully work together, but you can say the same for Unreal Nightmare. It's been a very mixy round so far.
With 1 up, Envore sneaks the oddball into control into the waiting spawns of B. That was his heads-up a play you'll see all weekend.
I really do think Unreal has been better at these small windows of opportunity to rack up ball time. Been just a little bit more efficient with those opportunities. But Z10, like once they get into a setup, they're able to hold it for longer.
Man, they cleaned up Sica quick there.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Oh, that's a combat evolve.
Oh, if he hits this, oh my god.
Do it.
Oh, man, the style points on that would have been unbelievable. That would have been the best play of the tournament so
Imagine
far.
him catching it midair and hitting it before he lands.
Oh my gosh, that would have been dirty.
I would have quit out.
We would have never seen that again, I feel like.
Yeah, that's a rare unique.
I would tell Louis to end the stream.
God, that
CC
would be
now
nasty.
has it in his hands after the tricky deadliest catch attempt from Z10. It's Nightmare with possession of it. Pulls her to the sky. Oh my god! The trade comes through. It looked like the spiker blew up instantaneously. Must have had an insta-explode situation, despite seeing usually stickies do that, Hoax.
Yeah.
I believe any type of grenade in this game can be insta-exploded.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, whether somebody shot the grenade or, just the impact of another grenade.
Enemy has the ball.
Would happen a lot in other Halo games where like as soon as you throw your grenade, it blows up in your face.
Get shot.
Enemy has the ball.
It doesn't happen as
Reach.
much in this game, but it's possible.
Oh
I
man,
feel
this
like Halo 2,
happens so much.
Halo 2, that was
Yeah,
common.
Halo 2. I mean, I think Halo 2, 3, and
Yeah.
4 and rolling to 46, so Z10 are on top. How long? As
Tie.
Real Nightmare have the numbers advantage.
Enemy has
2
the
coming off
ball.
the spawn for Z10. IceKid and Looney pinching
Enemy
and
has the
collapsing
ball.
easily on MightYs. TchiK gets there a little late to the fight,
Oh,
but
that was a
TchiK
big
wins the
fight.
gunfight with the
Enemy has the
reversal
ball.
perfy.
15 shots out of TchiK. Sica gets one as well.
Ball
That's
dropped.
big. The situation that looked like Unreal could have started running
Enemy
away with
halfway
it.
to victory.
They
Ball
clutch up in multiple
incoming.
1v1 situations.
Enemy has the ball. Ball
Wins this
dropped.
reset. It's 2-2 split.
Enemy has the
Big
ball.
C.
Ball dropped.
Unreal are I've praised them for their efficiency in racking up ball time, but it's almost too much to the point that they're like
Drop.
over focusing the ball in situations where they
Enemy
need to
has the
slay.
ball.
You know?
Yeah.
Ball dropped.
It's actually dead even, speaking of slays. It's
Yeah.
about dead even, and dead even on the clock. 0-0 in terms of KD ratio, and 50-50 on the scoreboard. This match could not be any closer with Unreal
Oh.
Nightmare trying to seize the opportunity. Looney seizes the double kill with the perfect 5 shots. He's got a little bit of camo left to work with. They haven't
Enemy
quite
has the
spotted him
ball.
out just yet. This could get Unreal Nightmare back on top.
Oh man, this is such a huge moment here. Like he actually could have picked up the ball there, but he
Ball
chose to
dropped.
keep expanding out for his team. So
Yeah, I think
Good move.
Luiney, yeah, catching on to what I was saying, like maybe they were focused too hard on the ball before, but that's a moment where you got to make space for the ball player behind you.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what the comms were like there for him to be so confident in that.
Must have had a teammate behind him saying, I got ball, go
Yeah.
play out.
Oh, Jimbo here.
Wow, SuperCC was preemptively setting up for the reset, but he's not going to need to. It's all 4 potentially going down for Z10.
Might be
Yes! And that's going to give SuperCC, that's why you
Sniper's
wait
up.
till the very last nanosecond to reset it. SuperCC is going to get an extra 20 to 30 seconds, which would seal the deal and send us to a game 5.
Yeah, I like the way SuperCC played that too. Drops the ball to chuck some grenades, knows it's going to be there. He misses out on ball time, but he slows down the push of Z10 simultaneously. Teammates should be able to capitalize on that damage. The problem is
Dude.
up top, but he's able to, he's multitasking. He's on a killing spree as he accumulates the ball time. SuperCC playing insane.
That's it.
Clip this and show it in your Metafight coaching sessions, guys, because this was as well played of a snipe tower hold on the oddball you will ever see. SuperCC sends us to a game 5.
Okay, you hear him popping off a little bit too, and I tell you what, man, if I have to choose my opponents,
This is the matchup of the moment. It's do or die. Win or go home.
okay. And this opening break, Hoax called it out. Really important to start well. Say Unreal Nightmare have. They've traded in slays, but they've got the items, they've got the positioning as well.
I just used off the final rocket, it seems.
This was exactly what we talked about here. IceKid, I want to see him look as snipe as he usually does. And in a game 5, he feels no pressure. He's calm, cool, and collected, ice in the veins, and in his name.
Don't overheat, though.
I like the slide here, and he burns a little bit of ammo on his way down. Knew that he was likely to die. This little area right here has the mixiest fights in the game, I swear. Like, in and around the silvers, up and down. The lift gets weird sometimes.
There's so many corners that you didn't know that were that are there.
Yeah.
And you could just find it and live. Just milk.
Woo.
Ah.
Shot from TchiK. He kind of making himself an easy target, though.
Good trade by Envore.
Yeah, he was down 1 shot in the gunfight, still earned the trade. Even bigger in the sense that he allowed his team an opportunity to re-grab that snipe, but I think it might have ran out of ammo as Jimbo ran over that location.
Yes.
Doesn't have it in his kit. So he makes his way towards the snipe once again. He's got a sticky in his back pocket, so watch him play for that right here.
Taking the high ground, forcing Jimbo backwards. IceKid taking a lot of damage. It's really close so far. It's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Z10 so far. They don't quickly take the space. Jimbo a little bit hesitant. I think they don't have info on where the rest of the players are. Now that he has the info, maybe a little bit more confident to move forward.
He's got a thrust too. He can use that to go right.
Nice shot.
That's exactly how he takes down Luiney.
That's a Jimbo H5 vintage right there. Thrust pack.
Yeah, so this is where Z10 has the opportunity to control snipe side of the map while containing rockets, but looks like they're committing to the rocket side
Don't
of the
use
map.
my guns.
Wait, what?
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yes, yes. No. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Intrusive thoughts
He
there.
said guns,
Ali
guys.
forgot
The,
that
she- I'm talking
the
about the
bandit,
game.
the bandit.
You forgot she was on cast. All good.
6-point lead here for Z10. And I think it's important here to keep it around that threshold because the next 2 kills, if they go in favor of Z10, make it a 2-team wipe game. The next 2 go towards Unreal Nightmare, make it a 1-team wipe game. And it's getting a little bit closer to that 2-team wipe differential. Z10 with a big advantage early on.
This moment is going to really test them, and that double rocket from Jimbo is massive.
Hey, IceKid, he's mitigating the damage here. That was actually a big kill that he got. It
is.
It's a buzz kill.
This is the tester part of the game, though. It's like they either let this get out of control,
Out.
or they slow it down and get a couple slays. Like you said, the new items came up. Does get the body shot on Luiney. That should force him back, but where's the positioning of the rest of Z10 here?
And they don't have the angles to clean up on this damage. Instead, it looks like Unreal are positioned to do that instead. And now TchiK drops a fresh snipe, and I'm really curious to see who's going to run over and grab it.
Looks like Luiney.
Yep.
No,
Good
he's
live.
more than capable with it. Okay, Envore kind of finding himself isolated.
Enemy halfway to victory.
TchiK, 1 shot. Does that nade find him? No, he stays alive. Luiney trying to find one with the snipe. lining up this potential shot onto Jimbo, but Jimbo makes it tough for him.
Not
Luiney
getting good looks.
has to watch out for the grenade toss. That's what keeps... What? Luiney didn't take the frag damage there. He gets back in the fight, just needs to land a no-scope. But he wins the wall! 4 go down, and it's just a 4-kill game! Unreal Nightmare are coming back!
I was a little bit worried. It felt like nobody was making openings for Luiney.
Oh!
Nice
no
hit.
scope!
One more.
He makes his own openings through the face of zMightys. And then now, Z10.
Oh, they're rolling!
Uncomfortable positioning in the base here. This is what we talked about. Dead meat waiting. They do try to escape through the lower rocket side, but I don't know if TchiK has anywhere to go. Try to get as much damage as he can.
Oh
before
my
the rest of
God.
his team comes through.
They've brought it back to within 1, 26-27. What a comeback. And good on Zero Tenacity to press the button on the Ninja to stop the blender from continuing on. They finally got out of that trap. But now it is tied. 3 go down again. So just as I say that, Unreal Nightmare get right back on their steez. 30 all. We're tied.
Oh my gosh.
I said they need to answer the bell now, and they did. They did not let this game roll out of control. I want to say Z10 kind of gave it to him in a couple of those situations. They do get back on the horse, though. A couple slays. New items spawning. Rockets are up, but both teams know it's bait right now. Z10 with the map advantage should be able to grab them. Not sure if that rocket player got taken down, though.
Right. You see the X over there.
There it is. Jimbo has him. And they have the lead.
Oh, we got John! IceKid steals the soul! The double kill! He's popping off with the rockets, but finally gets taken down.
Still down
Not
by
before
3.
keeping Unreal Nightmare in the game. Still down 3.
TchiK is 17-8, by the way. This guy's having a monster game. That's more than half of his team's kills.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Oh man, this comes down to this last sniper here. 3 seconds.
Who's going to be the hero? Who's going to grab the power weapon? Both teams with positioning on it. It's going to come down to who wins the gunfight. Sica goes for 2, and he gets it via the slay and the assist. IceKid is still there to potentially give Unreal Nightmare a chance at the snipe. Both teams want it.
Yeah, you don't want to play directly for the sniper, but I guess he's doing that right now.
He said, nah, hoax.
Yeah, hey, you know, carpe diem, I guess.
Took the grenade damage, but got away with his life.
He takes us to the back elbow and continues to back up. He's in a spot where, okay, Envore spotted him out, but I really like TchiK's positioning there. You grab the snipe on the other side of the map. They just saw the UI indicator show that the snipe was grabbed. You're probably thinking he's still close by, maybe even in the caves or top snipe, but he's made it to the middle of this base. So TchiK doing a great job with his positioning, staying
Can't find
alive.
a target, though. He hasn't found anyone to shoot at, and his teammates just died. They still have a 5-kill lead, though.
Yeah, he's vibing.
I mean, the main goal for TchiK right now is to not give this sniper to Unreal Nightmare.
Right.
It almost doesn't matter if he lands any headshots.
5
zMightys with
minutes
the big opening break
remaining.
slay. To crank back up the intensity as 2 more fall for Unreal Nightmare. The lead grows back to 7 for Z10. Man, it felt like Unreal Nightmare had a chance, but this
really did.
This is looking bleak.
It's not over yet, but
Starting to feel, after that kill from Sica, I think it's way harder now.
yeah, I mean, they keep trading. Or
Oh!
Okay.
TchiK with the filthy quick scope might just seal it
Yeah,
for
that's-
Z10. 24-8. Pop off.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, man.
This TchiK guy, man, he's just randomly has generational games. Can he hit another headshot to close out in style? Doesn't
Jimbo
need
with
to.
the rockets, man.
Power weapon
That was
control there.
routine. And we talked about that. Who's going to be the one to grab the snipe, pop off with it? Who's going to be the one to control the rockets? We saw none of it for Unreal Nightmare. I actually think you give him some tips for keeping it so close, despite not having any power weapon control.
Yeah, man. Envore's team, I mean, they really had a big opportunity in that red cave situation where they ended up, like, the walls were seemingly closing in on them. But I think it was, what, IceKid ended up living his life in red cave, and then they just got the kills and wiped Z10, and it looked like they had a good opportunity to come back. And